Hello my good people, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. My name is Lynn Nyawira. I take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you, and if you are a new person in this channel, welcome so much to Kenya Young Journalist. This is where I bring you real life stories that will inspire and impact your life in a positive way. So make sure if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and click the notification bell as well. Today I bring you the story of Andrew, a 19-year-old boy who was born and raised in the US but now lives in Dandora slums in Nairobi, Kenya. He survives by working at the Dumpsite, where he gets an average of $1 to $5 per day. Come along with me as I take you through the whole story. Andrew found himself at a foster home in the United States before he was adopted by his new parents at the age of 7.
I was born in 2004 in Minnesota, and I don't exactly know how I was born or who exactly was there when I was born, because I found myself in a foster home when I was a little kid. And I did stay in the foster home for a couple of years, made friends there. A lot of my friends when I was like a little kid were in the foster home. We used to do some Bible study, some school, like they used to teach us like letters and reading, basic reading. And then it came to a point when I got out of the foster home when I was around 7 years, and that was when my foster parents came and they started talking to me initially, and they were like, I'm a potential kid. They could like make them happy because they didn't have kids of their own. So they got me out of the foster home, and then we had to go to their place and just start a new life. So okay, that was the next new chapter in my life, really, and I was like getting this new experience. As it was really nice at first because it was like me and them in that house, and they were treating me really well for like the first times we were together, and I really enjoyed it.
He enjoyed a happy family setup until the family relocated from Minnesota to California in the US.
At around 12, we kind of moved from the first home we were, because the dad I had, he was Kenyan. He was from Kisii. He was Kenyan, so he lost his job, and the wife was white, and she had the rest of her family in California, so she had to move from they had to move from Minnesota because they couldn't survive really without the job thing. So they had to move from Minnesota back to California and just find something different that they could do, because the mom's family was there, and then she could the whole of the family could take him through something, and they could just find something to do. And that was another turnaround. When I went there, that was when life started looking like hell, because now I did experience a whole different game from this point. It was like you would get bullied by the other family, because this is now like a more white family. Like a lot of people in here don't look like you, and they don't like it that you're there. So okay, the worst part I went through, the worst thing I went through, was really because of my skin tone and all that. I didn't like it at all. I went into a couple fights with them kids that were there, and sometimes I did complain to my dad, and okay, I couldn't talk to my mom really. She wasn't one of us that could understand me at this point. Okay, I started feeling like I'm not even in the world I'm supposed to be. Started asking myself some questions like, why am I even here? Why did I get out of the whole foster home thing? Could have just remained there and made my life better, because I was being treated like, I was somebody. We had good years back then. Why is everything changing? I could understand, but then I couldn't just handle it. So we started losing touch. It was just like we are on and off. When we're with people out there, they'd be treating you like, this is my surname, blah blah. When you came back to the house, when you're back there in your home place, it'd be like, it's just different. You can't even talk. You can't do stuff. You can't ask them for favors or something. You need something. You need a cloth or a shoe or something you need to use in school. I went to school. School was even worse. It just felt like you were rejected by everybody. I had a couple of friends in school, but the rest of them a lot of them, I had 2 or 3, but the rest of them, you couldn't even talk to them.
This continued for a while until the family visited Kenya, the homeland of his stepfather. The visit marked the beginning of a miserable life for Andrew at the streets of Nairobi. The parents did the unthinkable and left Andrew at the airport without a passport or any supportive documents of his own.
Way, all that. And then it got this point that we were supposed to be going back. I didn't know much about the whole plan or whatever was supposed to be happening. So we got ready and all that, and we were supposed to go to the airport and just take a flight and yeah, got back there. So we took different cabs. Like when we got to the airport, we took different cabs, and we were supposed to be like going to the airport together. I didn't have my passport; they had it, and the phone I had, I didn't have it, so I only had like some small bag with a couple pots. And when we were about to get to the airport, I just don't even know where I lost it, because we got to this point, and then this guy that was driving is acting real weird. He's like, well, he's acting like he did not even know who you were with. He's like, this is the place we were going to. I didn't even go into the airport, so he got me to the gate, and he's like, this is the place they told me to just bring you in. My job is done and blah blah. And then I was like, I gotta get off. And you're trying to talk to him, he's like, he doesn't even understand what you're saying. He's just acting like he doesn't get what you're saying. So I got off this place, and okay, at the moment I was thinking maybe the other guys are coming, so I would like spend like an hour or something there just waiting for nothing. And then I started thinking about our whole experience, blah blah, like whatever has been happening lately, how much we've been disconnected, disoriented, how much our relationship is not even together anymore.
He had to find a way to survive in the streets of Nairobi, where he did not know anyone, and at the same time, he was not able to speak in Swahili, which was a common language in the streets at that time. His American accent made it impossible for him to make friends quickly, and so he had to sleep outside and stay homeless for a few weeks.
I didn't have any contacts I could call. I didn't even know where we were, like, before we came here. So I didn't even know where to go back to. I had to stick around the streets, like, just move around, try to find some place where there were more people, where there was something moving, so you'd feel comfortable in it. So I don't know how it worked, but I walked to, like, some place that looked like a market or some, yeah, and I was there first day. Surviving in the streets for like 2 weeks wasn't easy, really. I did 2 weeks on the streets. I got bullied. I got dirty. I begged people who didn't want to listen. They looked like you just want to rob them. Tried talking to people. They're like, you can't even say hi or something. You can't tell them anything. It's like everybody's for their own business. You can't talk people into trying to mind your own, because it looked like everybody's got their own that they gotta care about. So I did spend like 2 of my hardest life lessons on the streets of Nairobi, just walking around doing blah blah. But I got a couple people helping you out, with some little lunch. Some people would be like, "Why are you talking like that? Why are you here?" And especially the street kids, when they like come to you and they try to talk to you, like, "Why are you on the streets at this hour? Like, it's 3. Why are you even here?" Like, and they hear you talking, you like, you don't understand their language, the Swahili they do talk. Like, I don't get it. They'd be like, "How don't you get it? How are you here? You talk that good. Why are you even here? Like, you kidding, right?" And just the bullying came from that, blah blah. So the second week of being in the streets and moving around, that was when I met like a friend, and that's when everything changed. Like, he found me on one of the shops, like just around there, and I was doing a rap in the background, like he was rapping in the shop, and I was out there and I was just doing it like a backup or something. And then he came and he was like, he liked the rap, and he was like, "Why you here?" He was looking at me and that don't look that clean, but you rap that clean. He like, I do try to make friends with like creators. I am a creator, do TikTok, blah blah. But okay, I was trying to talk to him. He didn't really get everything I said. We didn't really get to. I had to go slow. Like, he you too fast, blah blah. And I'm like, okay, his English sounds good, but it's still kind of broken a little bit. So I had to go slow on him. Just tell him, I got a problem. I was left here, and at least this was the first person that ever listened to me. He was like, he would sit his ass down from whatever he's doing just to get there to listen to me and get my whole story. I didn't really do a whole story, but I just gave him a similar of it, and I was like, I was left here, don't have anywhere to go. I've been sleeping around the streets. I've been doing some weird stuff, eating some weird food, putting on the same clothes, and not even taking showers regular as I was used to. And he was like, he get home and he could take me there.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, that's gonna be a cool one. That's gonna be perfect. I mean, if you were like.
After several days, however, he found a friend by the name John who gave him a shoulder to lean on and accepted to have him stay in his house in Dandora. John introduced him to his work, which was at Dandora Dumpsite, and they have been working there up to this point.
We do find some work a couple times, not a lot of times, but outside the Dumpsite, like the small jobs you could get, like carrying some stuff to somebody's shop, offloading some supermarket stuff, going to the construction sites. But most of the times we're in the Dumpsite. That's where we do most of our videos and most of the stuff. Like, most people know us from the Dumpsite.
Andrew confessed that it has been hard for him to forget what his parents did to him, but still he would not prefer getting back to live with them in the US. Despite the little earning that he's making, it makes him feel comfortable knowing that he's not depending on anyone to survive.
You got people backing you up, people that take you for whatever you were, and it's happened for way long that you're you just gotta go with it that way. So, okay, life was generally better there, but if you'd have to make a choice, if I'd have to make a choice according to my experience, I choose life here. How much I earn? Okay, on a good day, we do make up to $5. And sometimes it's even bad and we do make $2. So, like a bad day. We even get $1 sometimes when it's really, really bad. So, one the lowest, 5 the highest, regularly 3.
My prayer is that Andrew gets a good life and God may wipe away all his tears. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Stay tuned for more coming stories. My name is Lynn Nyawira.